So, folks, I caught a Pace Morby Instagram live this morning, and I want to talk about what I heard. I think Pace dropped something, at least to me, was very unexpected. I wanted to talk to someone who is good friends with Pace and get his opinion on this. Somebody who is a sub to, I'll call it mentor. I'm not sure if I'm using that word correctly, but the one and only TYLG. Ty, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing awesome, man. And I gotta say, I only rock two people's hats. I don't have the hats on today, but I only rock a one rental at a time hat and a Pace Morby sub two hat. So no, dude, it's great. It's always fun, and I love, you and Pace are my go-to guys, man. So I'm all for it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Well, here's what was unexpected. And let me be very clear. Awesome. But I would, and again, Pace and I are, I would call us loose friends. Hopefully he would say we're friends. We'll see. But
Friends, for
basically,
sure.
yeah, I would hope, but you never know. Um, but on this episode, he talked about what was enough. And he really took on the mantra of guys, the audience. Your goals are wrong, right? Stop trying to get to 100 or 1,000. Stop trying to be, me meaning Pace with 2,000 units or 10,000 units with Ken McElroy or 20,000 units with Grant Cardone. Just focus and get to 5. Now, you know my story. I talk about 4 all the time. Heck, if you want to do 20% or 25% better than 4 and get to 5, I am down with that. But let's talk about Pace telling people to target 5. I think that is wonderful advice. And it makes it possible for everyone because most people won't get 100. Infinitesimal amount will get to 1,000, and very, very handful will get to 10,000. So, what do you think about telling people to get to 5? Is that the right move?
Yeah, 100%. I love it, and it doesn't have to be complicated. Simplicity wins, man. Simplicity, and the reality is that even I have family members that accidentally ended up with a rental or two or three. And I mean, it's life changing for them. It is
Yeah.
absolutely life changing. Or clients and customers, people that I meet all the time that ended up with an accidental rental or two. And it is life changing. It doesn't require a lot. So I think for sure, I love it. And it's the simplicity. Absolutely love it.
No, again, I think getting somebody like Pace on this talk track of getting people to talk about 5, because again, he is great at what he does, marketing and building teams and a movement that he's built. And now if he can get people kind of to lower their target to 5, because I don't know about you, but I bet I've been asking people for 2 decades, and I've always talked about 4. If you want to do 5, I'm down with that. But how many people here think they can get to 4? Everybody raises their hand. I've never had anybody tell me that over a decade they can't get to 4. If you ask the same question about 100, let alone 1,000, it's just unachievable. And if all you're doing is going out there rawing and because you want people to buy your syndication or you want to get people to 1,000, that's, to me, that's not helping, right? It's like empty calories. It's like that sugar rush. I have never gone to a meetup and said, hey, I'm gonna motivate people. I'm gonna inspire them. No, I'm trying to help them. Right. And that's why I think 4 and or 5 units is like, let's keep telling people that. Because if you get 4 or 5, your life, your retirement is fundamentally different. It just is.
Absolutely. And it's interesting too. I've had a lot of friends and, people over the years that, have gotten to, say 8, 10, 12, 15, trying to go to 100 and ended up losing everything, you
Oh,
know?
thank
So
you. Yes. You push to the middle one too many times and you get got.
yeah, I mean, just over leveraging, bad timing, and again, this isn't meant to scare, but it's just like, I think the whole thing I would really emphasize is that simple scales, everything else fails, and that a simple plan. And I love, again, back to, again, you as a day one, the day I met you, I'm like, this is the guy we need to be friends. We need to be good friends. And that, you know, one rental at a time, get to 4. And then if the timing's right in the market, you 1031 exchange and you could roll that into something for better cash flow, and or roll it into more units and keep going, keep playing the game, but to do it in a smart way.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I really do think if we get more and more people getting to 4 or 5 units, if we focus on, hey, we're not talking about $200 of cash flow, changing your life. We're talking about over a decade, right? This is a get rich for sure process, not get rich quick. I think more and more people get this mindset. One every 2 years is a wonderful goal. Would you agree?
Yeah, love it. Absolutely. And two, I mean, time is on your side, right? Time has always been the
Yes.
compounding equity. Time is on your side, even if it took you 10 years to acquire 4 properties. I mean,
Yeah.
time is on your side. If you're playing the long game, if you're playing for 30 years, that's the
Yeah.
idea, that you're playing for the long game.
Yeah. Now, to be clear, I don't think 4 years or 4 properties or 5 properties is going to allow you to be quit because of cash flow, quick. That's not what we're playing for here. We're playing for buying assets. Inflation's a feature, not a bug. Mortgage pay down, all of those things. And then in time, you'll have equity, you'll have options, you'll have real cash flow. Just did a conversation with Dion where one of his units was cash flowing $200 a month when he bought it. It's now $1,200 a month. That's what happens, folks, with time.
100%. 100%. And that it's really just the perspective of patience and the long game. And I think I think that I've seen, and I personally made a lot of mistakes being impatient, but I even today, like the thing I look around and I see people is they're so impatient that they want to force it or do it fast. And the challenge is that the impatience actually would make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, you try to rush it. One of the things that I really see this really twofold. There's the kind of, keep going all in and pushing it to the middle and then timing gets you guy. I saw that. I knew a guy worth, $10 million who lost it all because he didn't take one small loss and then the dominoes just ate him alive. The other thing I've seen is people, this is the one that hurts the most. And I talked about this in my book, One Rental at a Time. I had a friend who started around the same time Olivia and I did. The problem was he got 5 or 6 years in with us, had about the same size portfolio, but then he decided it's time to enjoy life. And it's time to, I deserve. So he shrunk his portfolio, sold stuff off. He bought liabilities and he looked good. He probably felt good, but it was those next decade that blew up, Olivia and I's net worth. It was that next decade. It was just that little more sacrifice. This is not a 4 or 5 year journey. This is a 10 or 12 year journey. That extra time is important.
Spot on. No, very spot on. And yeah, and it's interesting because even on another interview that you have that I spoke to a special guest, to Grant, the young man, we did a nice interview, and that was a big thing that I emphasized was like, as you become successful, both career path, W-2, investing, entrepreneurial, whatever, is not to let your spending and your lifestyle get out of control, and that can eat you up. And I've been bitten by that bug. I know a lot of friends have as well, and that you've got to be diligent and be smart with your money and the way that your lifestyle. Enjoy life,
Yeah.
right? Not all sacrifice, but be smart and be conservative and really have a foundation of being wise with your money.
Yeah, I love all of that. At the end of the day, I just wanted a conversation about pace and the fact that I love the idea that he's pushing just get to 5. Again, everybody could do it. It takes time. 5 will change your life. It'll change your retirement. It'll make the future brighter for you. Ty, if somebody wanted to follow you, you have some special education for real estate agents. Lots of stuff going on in the real estate industry today. Got to get your mind right. How can people reach out and follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram, TY_LG, TY_LG. I put out, reels and lots of stuff there. And then anytime we're doing any events, we promote it there. But I'd also say for anybody here, get involved in school. I did a creative finance class for Michael exclusively for his community originally We made that a part of the school. It's like 6-8 hours of content. I personally would sell that for probably $300 to $500. Right now, I just give it as a bonus to my coaching clients and people I work with. It's free to people for $20 a month as a part of the One Rental at a Time school community.
Yeah, school's really going. It's starting to grow quicker now. I think we're 227 students. We have 2 accountability groups. We have your creative finance. You got my 10-week boot camp. There's thousands and thousands of dollars in there. But the most important thing is the community. One of the things that I'm harping on is you got to get in the right rooms with the right people. You got to get around people going the same damn direction. And that is what I guarantee with school. $20 a month. It is just expensive enough to keep the trolls away, but not too expensive that no one can't afford it. So $20 a month. If you try it, don't like it, stop. It's not a year-long commitment. Just come in, give it a shot. Ty, you're amazing, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you.